What's up, everybody? It's your girl Conspiracy Row, Pretty and Co Row, and I had to come on here in the Stellar Row as well. I had to come on here really quick and talk to y'all about the Trump stuff, about the attempted assassination of Trump, and because I see a lot of people talking about was it staged, was it real, was it fake, it's a conspiracy, this, that, and the third. But I think we have to really look into these terms and really try to figure out what we mean when we say something was staged or something is a conspiracy or something is fake, or because if it was staged, then what part of it was staged? You know how much trouble it would be. Literally everybody would have to be in on it in order for this to be staged, from the Secret Service agents to Donald Trump himself to the security, to, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it would even be worth it. I don't even think it would even be worth staging something like this. And if you believe that they can rig an election, and I'm speaking as far as the Democrats, then why don't you think that they could do something like this? Now, I'm not saying that the Democrats did it. They're even saying that the guy who, the attempted shooter, assassinator, whatever you want to call him, they're even saying that he was a Republican, which throws me off. That almost looked like someone trying to cover their tracks. Y'all, if y'all ask me, I really feel like this had to do with like a sleeper agent type of thing, which we know is real. The CIA has talked about MK Ultra and how they used it at different times on different groups. They even come out to give away the gateway tapes and talk about remote viewing and all these things. So no, the fact that he was a Republican to me speaks volumes. Like, that's almost like the Democrats trying to cover their tracks and say, hey, he wasn't a Democrat, he was a Republican. So why would a Republican go after Trump? I feel like because we know that they're able to insert thoughts, to insert memories, and take them away, I feel like this guy was a sleeper, MK Ultra, some type of sleeper agent or something like that. Like, I don't think it was random. They probably found someone with a select set of skills who they knew could shoot and who was in the area, and this had probably been in the planning or in the making for quite some time. You know what I'm saying? Or if not, maybe he definitely was from the area. I think they said that earlier when I was watching the news clip. But it's not hard for them to do these things at all. Even with all these random mass shootings, like, who's to say that these people even go out to do this stuff themselves? Like, who's to say that they not put up to do it? Like MK Ultra, or by people inserting thoughts or inserting memories that never existed into their mind. I'm just saying, the truth is stranger than fiction. Okay? It's a lot easier to believe that this was staged than to believe the truth of maybe it was a MK Ultra soldier that they went out there and had do it. Like, y'all believe everything that's on The Simpsons, but The Simpsons have already pretty much predicted Trump being assassinated. So I don't understand. Oop, I missed my turn. Fuck, I missed my turn. But they've pretty much already predicted this. So either you believe that Trump is playing into this, or you believe that it's not true at all. Like, which one is it gonna be? Because it can't be both. I'm pissed I missed my turn. But yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy to believe that this could even happen at this day and age. It's crazy to believe that someone can even slip past a Secret Service, security, and everything else, everything else that they set in place when they know a presidential candidate or a president is coming. How could someone even do this? So what, did the man sleep on the roof from the night before? Like, I can't wait for them to actually get to the bottom of this and explain this, because the people deserve an explanation. If this can happen to Trump, this can definitely happen to Biden. You know what I'm saying? This can happen to just about anybody. Ain't nobody safe if this could happen to Trump. So I just feel like, instead of taking things for face value, or the path of least resistance, like I said, I know it's a lot easier to think that it's staged, because you don't have to put too much thought into it. You don't have to think too much about it. I think that people should really take into consideration that it's something deeper going on. All of this technology that they have, all of these things that we've been hearing about for years and years and years, that we've never seen put into action, put into play. But actually, we see it all the time. All of these mass shootings, all these people killed in Chicago, all of it. Like, it's not just all people, regular people doing terrible things. Like, a lot of this shit is the government, whether you want to believe it or not. A lot of this shit is our own government. Now, like I said, I believe either the guy was MK Ultra, they probably turned someone who was already on Trump's team, or where am I? Featherstone East. Right turn only. They were able to turn someone who was on his team, or they set him up. So it can be either of the two, but I'm not just gonna believe that it was staged for an election that he was damn near already winning. Think about it. A lot of people kind of washing their hands with Biden after that debate that was just had. A lot of people feel like Biden, even Democrats, feel like Biden should probably just step down, because he doesn't seem able to carry this out for another 4 years. So a lot of people feel like voting for Biden, really, you're just voting for Kamala or for whoever else is going to be next up, because Biden doesn't seem like he has too much longer to do this, or too much longer to go. So, in my humble opinion, I just feel like it's a lot deeper than this. They already have, like, Trump. I should probably turn. They already have Trump saying, like, they've already tried to put me in jail. Next, they're just, what comes next, as far as saying that they're going to try to kill him or unalive him. But he also has said that there was multiple attempts on his life before. And I'm starting to think, even though we weren't able to see those attempts, maybe this was the easiest way. A man like Trump, a freaking billionaire, it's going to be hard to just take him out, especially in his own comfort, like at his home, or like those are probably the most secured places. But if you take him out when most of the elements are working in your favor, he's out in the open, they have snipers, of course, but everyone can't be everywhere at the same time. And to say the least, his guard is pretty much down. His guard has to be down somewhat in order for him to be able to maneuver the way he needs to maneuver to campaign. Like, you can't be scared. I'm sure that's going to change now, with this happening. But I just find it really strange that they would do this on TV and people still think it's staged. If they would have said he was poisoned in his home, no, I wouldn't think that's staged either. They have a lot, and then Biden goes and pulls all his his future camp. Like, he's like, listen, forget that. I'm not hitting the road no more. I'm not going. It won't be me next. because he's possibly afraid of retaliation in my eyes. Because, you know, Trump has supporters as well who, now that this thing has been kicked off, it becomes like a battle of the worlds, like a battle of who should lead. You know, it's one thing for a man to win fair and square, which we already know that Trump said he felt like the election was rigged last time. So if that's true, then they didn't win fair and square. But it's one thing for them to win fair and square, but it's another thing for one person to be taken out and not even have the ability to run. So I feel like that has a lot to do with Biden saying, you know, forget all of that. But like I said, we got to stop seeing everything and just, when one person say one thing is staged, we are running with it. I don't think it's staged. I don't think they could pay enough money to stage something like that. Like, I honestly don't. Not to mention that there were people who were in critical condition and someone actually unalive. And of course, everyone will say, oh, crisis actors and this, or did the people ever exist? But come on, y'all. At some point, that got to be ridiculous. Like, I remember the thing with Sandy Hook, but it was different. To me, it was different. To me, they have more reason to want to take Trump out than they do for anyone else. Like, it just seemed like Trump is trying to, and I'm not campaigning for Trump. I'm actually not voting for anybody. If I was to vote, though, it wouldn't be for Biden. And I'm just being honest. I would definitely, if I was to go out and vote, if I changed my mind tomorrow and say, you know what, I am going to vote, it's going to be for Trump. And that was before this even happened. But I feel like they have more reason to want to take Trump out than any other candidate. Like, what other presidents have been assassinated? We have Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, John F. Kennedy. They said Reagan had an assassination attempt and Trump had an assassination attempt. I just feel like the people who were assassinated, let's say Abraham Lincoln, why? Because he freed the slaves. Maybe people felt betrayed. John F. Kennedy, he was going against the Federal Reserve, and what else? He was going to tell people about the aliens. And let's get past Reagan. But Donald Trump, like, it seems like he's disrupting their whole system. It seems like, and I don't know if it's just because he's Republican, but it just seemed like Trump specifically. Like, if it was any other Republican, because I've always felt like Democrats and Republicans are, you know, two wings of the same bird. If it was any other Republican, they would probably be more apt to, you know, play ball, to go along with the game. You know, they understand the game. But it seems like Donald Trump is kind of making his own rules to the game as he sees fit. And in that speech, he was saying how, you know, I wouldn't even be doing this if Joe Biden wasn't doing such a terrible job. I would probably be somewhere beautiful, you know, enjoying the water or whatever he said. But he was saying basically, like, I felt like I was called to do this. I felt like I needed to do this because he's basically destroying our country, which I agree. Like, and it sounds crazy to say I agree with Donald Trump, because I know most of y'all, which I don't care what y'all think, but I know most people look at him like a racist, this, that, and the third. But if you look at Trump as a racist, what do you think Joe Biden is? Like, a guy who actually was best friends, allegedly, with the leader of the KKK. Who do you think Hillary is? Or the Democrats are I don't want to say more racist than the Republicans. The only difference is their more dangerous racists because they hide their racism. They hide it. They hide it. They're more superficial about it, and they're not keeping it real. The silent killers. They're like silent killers.